Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Zwift Community Live broadcast of the KISS Europe Night Race out on the London Loop. Races have just gone by. The Ride London Prudential start finish line just a moment ago, and we've got quite a race in the A race already heating up for you boys and girls. And so we're going to get right into the action for you as we are just heading into Trafalgar Square right now with the A race. We will do our absolute best today to cover the 2 laps. I believe it's 2 laps out on the London course today for all of the categories. But right now we are in and amongst the A event module right now, and we do see that the riders are just starting to heat up the racing right now with Mr. Tim Cartwright up at the front. The Hedgehog is here. T.S. Mitchell is there as well. We do have D. Norton right along with Lamont Stray, D. Williams. A lot of the big hitters have actually showed up today. We've got A. Webb, David Williams actually with his second race of the day, as I did cast earlier today on Zwift Community Live, the Down Under race actually, and David Williams raced in and I think took somewhere in the top 5 in that race earlier today. So it looks like David here jumping right into a 2-a-day and getting quite the workout in for that KISS Racing team. D. Norton riding for the PTZ as well as Ella Monstray and Ostring. If you're new to the world of Zwift racing, the KISS Keep It Simple Stupid Zwift Road Race Series is a series of races that go on all week long with 4 different categories that you can get involved with by joining the different events that are on Zwift. You can join those events through the Zwift mobile link on your phone, or just by jumping into the game and looking on the right hand side of the screen when you get into the game and check out all the events that are there. There's races, rides, all kinds of stuff going on all day long that the event module does run. As you can see right now, all the riders that we are seeing on the right hand side of the course where my cursor is are actually all have A in brackets next to their name, which means that they're a part of the A race. They have actually put that in themselves as riders, but they joined the A event module, which is assuming that these riders can hold 4.0 watts per kilogram or higher for their functional threshold power, so that everybody in this race is racing against each other at a common level. There is going to be a B, a C, and a D category riders heading out about 1 or 2 minutes separated from each other, actually, so that each event has its chance to race each other and not get mixed up amongst each other. So these are then taking a left-hand turn here over. Let's do some educating Nathan Guerra and introduce our co-caster. I believe we do have Jonathan Noblet here hanging out with us. Johnny, where are they heading to right now before they hit the Box Hill? Yeah, and so speaking of the race today and the course profile, before they hit Box Hill, we can go ahead and bring into you a graphic here. Thank you so much to Velo Viewer for providing this. And right now, as you can see, they head into that underground where that negative 5% gradient that is right in front of us right there. And then Box Hill, 7.5% up into 5.2, and then all the way up into that 8% gradient, that last little kick in that yellow there we're looking at, and then down the other side on Fox Hill. A great little graphic here provided by Velo Viewer. Really appreciate you guys for helping us out with that. And there is the course profile for today. Right back to the racers now, though. As you can see here, Stromolo now coming out of the US of A. One of the riders to watch out for, actually. We got a little update, actually, from a at Z Community Live tweet, actually, telling us that this is a super strong Cat 1 racer coming out of the East Coast, actually, area, out of the US. And so good to see him showing up again for the races here in the KISS Europe race. If you would like to interact with us, you can do so, actually, by tweeting at Z Community Live, actually. Tweeting at Z Community Live will be able to have us see in a live, I have live right in front of me right here, all the tweets that are continually being populated with at Z Community Live. And so I can give you a quick little example here. Adrian Timmis, actually, good to see him. That was tweeting at us actually yesterday, but it can give you an example of exactly how he got that done with our social media integration here. So at Adrian Timmis, at P Diner, at GoZwift, at Z Community Live, and because he put it right there, as you can see here on my my left, at Z Community Live right there, waiting for P Diner to do a power analysis of the ride. Laugh out loud. Well, him and P Diner have been hammering it out in the SCR series actually every week. Adrian Timmins, ex Tour de France rider, coming out of Great Britain actually, riding for Cadence Sports, and him and Philip have been just demolishing each other in that SCR race series. We've been having a lot of fun casting them and showing their highlights, but that is how you get that done though. And so we can highlight you through there. We can also highlight a lot of your comments through the Facebook, but it's a lot easier to grab it through Twitter, just so you guys know. D. Norton here at 6.6 watts per kilogram, up toward the front of the race, actually. And what is the current time, I wonder, up toward the top of the Box Hill for the Jersey, I wonder, as these boys, I think, are going to be hammering out somewhere around a 5:50 to 6 minute climb at the front of the A race, Johnny. Yeah, about 1 kilometer in. They're about almost halfway up to the top here. And actually, we do have Johnny waiting for us up there, it looks like. We can go ahead and show you guys our new camera view here with Mr. Jonathan Nama, waiting for the riders to get back up there. Go ahead and wave, Johnny. Say hi to everybody. Johnny's waiting for them. They'll get a live view as the riders come on through to the top of the climb. And that is actually live. If you guys are riding out on course right now, that is the live course of the game actually coming through. So we'll be able to watch the racers as they come through with live commentary with Johnny up there up in the top now. But I'm back over at the start finish with the live camera with our motorcade going right alongside the rest of the riders here with Van Geit out of Belgium here, hammering away at about 5.1 watts per kilogram or so. Original Cyclist now out of Switzerland, one to watch out for with Le Monstre as well, as he's definitely, we've seen some killer numbers from him at that 120 heart rate. I think Original Cyclist Zada has been on him, asking him for a few files. We'll see if those do get sent out anytime soon. Brett Boniface here from the ODZ team, definitely one always to watch out for, especially on the climbs here, coming out of Canada here. And I'm wondering if he's doing a back-to-back here. I'm going to open up a quick little... Oh, Johnny's audio not coming through. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. That is my fault completely. Apologies on that, Johnny. We do have Jonathan now with us. Johnny, say hi to everybody.
Hey guys, how's it going? Can we hear me better now? Are we sounding good? We're here.
Yeah, you should be good now. Apologies on that. Jonathan is with us now. That was my fault for not bringing him through there on not opening up the Discord there. Now we got Johnny now with us now. Le Monstre is here at 5.7 watts per kilogram up toward the front with Van Geit. So Johnny, a little bit of educating Nathan Guerra. What was the bridge that we went through now that prior to that?
Yeah, so we went over Lambeth Bridge, which is just downriver of Westminster Abbey and Parliament, and then we went through the subway, and then we headed out to the Surrey Hills, the Surrey Downs, and now we're going to head up Box Hill, which is out in the countryside, just outside of London.
Gotcha. Thank you so much. I appreciate the help there. Being from the area, it helps a lot, I would think now. So now Van Geit here, Le Monstre, Halstead, Norton, Original Cyclist, it looks like, right along with Ostring, Webb, Boniface, Allenby is there as well, Cartwright, Coop, Brock, and then just a little ways back coming out of Sweden now, we do have Guru. Can you help me out with that one? I'm not sure I can get Guru Aui is what I'm seeing there. But then S. Herod there right along with Andrade, and it looks like Nieuwenhove as well coming out of Belgium. This is the chase group that is starting to form behind here as Brock is starting to fall off from the PTZ team. 158, 157 beats per minute now. And then a little ways back we do have, it looks like Jay Leclerc and Hedgehog from the KRT team. Things are absolutely exploding out on course right now, blowing up as riders are just being shed from the incessant pace that is being set up at the front. The rider we were talking about a little bit, Strumolo here, one maybe to watch out for in the race today, as I believe he did take a top spot in the last race that we did broadcast with him. I'm going to go ahead and open up ZwiftPowers.com for some of the live results right now. as we wait for the riders to get up and over the top and see how this plays out today. 2 laps of the London is what is going on today, 29.6 kilometers. And according to ZwiftPower.com, with the live results, we've got no data available just yet. But we do have Nick over at Twitter here joining in, it looks like, with our social media integration. Good to see you, Nick, and your tweet out at us. Nick's letting us know that it's nice to see it not raining on the London map for a change. I have a feeling we might see rain in just a moment, actually, here. And now Johnny is going to give us a live cast here as the riders do come through up and over the top of Box Hill, it looks like. And we will be able to see them go through here.
Well, it looks like we've got D Norton coming past with C Original, Webb, and also Allenby. So the guys are all coming past just now, flying past. Someone's putting down the aero power up. It looks like Allenby's throwing down the aero power up, something that we usually expect from him at the top of Box Hill. So it's great to see these guys coming through. Group of about 10 riders there all flying by, as we do have the chase group starting to come up just now, containing some guys. Mark McIntosh is in there as well, and a few of the guys from racing A category.
Yeah, and it looks like a Webb here as well on the front then with that aero power-up that you were talking about there, Johnny, as they came through on Box Hill. And it looks like Webb at 5.9 or, well, 5.0 watts per kilogram, aero power-up, off-string now. It looks like he had about a 1-second gap before they hit the Box Hill and started flying up and over the top here. 8.4, 9 watts per kilogram coming from off-string out of Norway now. D Norton there as well from the PTZ. It looks like they did drop off Coop from the WBR, and if he does not get back on terms with that drafting power up right now, 2 seconds will go out to 10 very quickly, and I think the boys see a few dropping off the back and are going to try and snap that elastic as Shrumolo and Allenby head to the front. I think these are going to be the 2 juggernauts in this race, right along with Cartwright. Actually, Cartwright maybe at a little bit of a bother here with 7.8 watts per kilogram, trying to get back on terms. It looks like Cartwright able to do so here, bumping into those orange numbers now. It looks like Webb here, Adam Webb here, 4.8 off the back now, trying to hang on, but it looks like the gap is there. He actually attacked up and over the top, Johnny, and I think that definitely put him, he attacked over the top of the banner. I think with that aero power up and that attack prior to that 8% gradient or so, actually put him really into the hurt locker now, and now it's 10 seconds, and with all the strongmen off the front now, it's going to be very difficult to bring that back.
Yeah, no, this group of, it looks like about 7 riders altogether as we look overhead at these guys. You know, they're putting in some big efforts, and you've got some of the fast guys in there. We've got Boniface, we've got Cartwright, and these 2 guys that we are very familiar in. Van Geit as well, coming from TKBE. You know, these are 3 guys that we want to keep, you know, our eyes on. And some of those guys in that group, they're going to be watching those guys. They've probably seen them in previous races, raced with them. They're not going to let them go at all.
Yeah, and so it's, I think as far as the favorites we're looking at here are definitely off the front now. Ostrang, we've seen him in sprints with Le Monstre as well out of Great Britain. Boniface definitely has quite a few wins under his belt. Van Geit as well. All the big hitters have separated themselves. And, you know, the reason why it's so incredibly fast this time is they know it's just 2 laps. It's everything they've got for 2 laps. You make that initial break. Now they've whittled it down to about, let's see here, if we get a top view here from our helicopter here real quick. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 riders in and amongst this group right now, and they're going to try and whittle that down probably to 1, 2, or 3 on the next time up and over the top of Box Hill. But I think that is going to be well, is anybody really up and over the top of Threshold at this point? I mean, after that descent, I'm not sure we're going to see anyone fall off through the underground here. Shimolo, it looks like Van Geit 137, Boniface 159. They're all kind of going into that holding hands mode that they go into in that front group and kind of working together. They're all pelotoned up, bunched up, so definitely not doing too much work at this point. I have a feeling it's going to stick together all the way until they hit Box Hill again.
Yeah, you know, I think some of the guys, you know, they went pretty hard as we have a little kicker on the back side of Fox Hill, and I think they all went pretty hard there. And then on that descent, you know, they managed to get that little gap there, and sticking together as a group, they've managed to kind of extend that gap and maybe let themselves just calm down a little bit before we have this kicker that's going to come up just about now as they head out into the sunlight in London.
Yeah, and so now we do, as far as the chase group goes though, E. Halstead out of Norway with Kita coming out of Japan on the Go Power Ranger, right along with Webb then as well, riding for Vision Cycling now. So these three trying to make that chase, but at 22 seconds up, I'm not sure anything is going to happen. There is a little bit of a gap taking place here up front as Allenby is actually falling off just a little bit here, but now getting right back on terms with that lead group now. Now the three chasers here all together, 9.3 watts per kilogram coming from Halstead there. Webb getting right back onto that wheel. Coop now 9 seconds back here, and Coop actually was with that lead group as well before they hit Box Hill now, but now struggling, it looks like, just a little bit to stay on with the main chase group. It's going to be a battle for him to hold on to this 38 seconds that he has over the Swedish rider here, and then Herod as well as Andre coming out of Portugal. So Hansen is here coming out of Denmark now, part of the fourth chase group out on course in that A race with A. Kennedy from the Bolt Racing Series. Is that then? He's a part of the Bolt Racing Series actually, so not on the team it looks like. Hedgehog here from the KRT, 4.4 watts per kilogram. And then Williams, actually a couple KRT boys, and it looks like Williams, with the double header today, may be suffering quite a bit after already racing once today. And we actually do have a live shot here of Daffod Williams, one of our Zwift on boarders actually. And this is what it looks like to be throwing down up into that 7 watts per kilogram. Absolutely hammering. You can see the sweat. The pain cave is real right now. Actually, they've got real in-life kits. Like, you see that? He's actually wearing a KISS KRT kit right now. Absolutely awesome. So cool to see a team that's been developed through the world of Zwift now with a real life integration to having that real life kit. Now him and the Hedgehog now working together to try and break this group apart with now a teammate though, Jay Leclerc, falling off pace though just a little bit, about 1 second back. And now we're back to the live in Zwift shots now. That was actually his shot from his screen there that we were looking at. Now we can look at exactly what's happening with these three teammates.
Yeah, well, I've got to say, Nathan, you know, like I watched, it was the back on Tuesday, we watched Ian Anderson in the Zwift Community Live Racer Focus, and he was out racing the Volcano Crit course, 10 laps, and he was there racing for the KRT team in the KRT kit, drinking out of a KRT bidon, and you know, it was just like, it was all there. This is a team who have come from, like, they started off on Zwift, a bunch of friends, you know, they kind of got together and it kind of grew and grew and grew. And then now they're like this like virtual team with like real kit and all stuff. And that was, you know, it was great. That was a great race to watch because Ian actually won an amazing sprint into the volcano and took first place in the B category as well. So it really like gave that awesome little finish that we like to see as well.
Yeah, and that's something that we've heard actually quite a few times now with Zwift Community Live is that the racer focus streams have really encouraged riders on with the witness of everybody who's watching them to push beyond anything they've ever done. And actually, Ian definitely was saying to all the viewers that was all you guys. Like, that was all you guys is what he was saying, that because you guys were cheering him on and watching him, he pushed that extra bit more with that social environment coming around him and cheering him on and giving him a witness of what his effort was going to be, caused him to have that extra push in front of all you to try and win that race actually, and did win that race on Tuesday actually in the Volcano Crit course on that new course actually. Very cool to stream to watch actually, and definitely loving the new racer focus that we have out on course. So this is that chase group though with 4 of them. Arad now just a little ways up a little earlier did get caught now coming out of, it looks like, Great Britain here. So now hanging out at about 6.4 to try and stay on terms with the Hedgehog, who is going away now from the rest of the group. Maybe a little bit of tactics here with Daffod and Lecoq now sit at the back and let Hedgehog go off the front and just follow anything perhaps that does try to get away now. We do have, this is the most popular time out on course actually. I think there was almost 3,000 riders. 3,000. We used to get excited about having 700 people out on course. Now it was like 3,000 showing up during the time that these races are going on. So you can see we're in the login point out on course here with a whole lot of riders all around them. But Coop here out in no man's land, as you can see, coming from Germany here, racing for the World Bicycle Relief Team actually, 4.1 watts per kilogram, trying to chase down down Webb, who is a part of that main chase group we were talking about, the second chase group out on course, being led out by Halstead at 4.8 watts per kilogram. Where are the leaders? I think they've already gone away by at least a minute or so at this point. In order to find them, I may actually have to go back to, I'm actually logged in under Lindsay, my wife's avatar here. I could maybe leave the event module and find a few more of the racers here. But Halstead with Kita and then a Webb Coop now chasing them down as well. Do you got eyes on anybody? Actually, since we do have Johnny, he might be able to give us a view of what is on your head.
got a shot from the ring.
Oh my gosh, this is such a great shot. Oh my gosh. Johnny here is trying to keep the rain off of his head over at Box Hill over here. He's got some sort of a notepad or something getting soaked, it looks like. Johnny, do you know what's going on with the front runners right now?
Yeah, so looking at my monitor, I can see we've still got this front group of Tim Cartwright and also Dean Norton, Stromolo, Original, Van Geit, Boniface, Ostrong and Allenby. They're all still there together with Cartwright's putting a bit of a tag on the south bank just as we turn right of that little bit of a climb when we head up to Trafalgar Square. So, these guys are starting to attack now. They may be sensing that they can't leave it too late until they do the final climb up Box Hill. So Cartwright's got a good 2 seconds gap over the rest of the pack at the moment, with Van Geit and Stromolo following very close right behind him.
Great. Awesome. I am looking for right now, I believe the front of the B race right now is chasing down Mr. Simon Oxenham, actually, right over by me over here at the Prudential Ride London. Keep eyes on the front of that race if you can for me. Try and stay dry over there. I'm kind of enjoying the Zwift Community Live broadcast studio as over here at the start-finish line, because you're looking a little bit soaked there, Johnny. So now here we go with, it looks like the front of the B race. I did go ahead and leave the event module so that I can see everybody that is at the front of this B race. And I believe I haven't seen anyone else up ahead of, it looks like, the Polish rider here from Team PL with Cone as well from HIK. We do have MR there as well, right along with riders. Howard, then, it looks like, is here in the B race, as well as DA riding for that WBR team. And we do have 2,200 people out on course right now as they're coming through this start-finish section, about to start their second lap in this B category race. And I believe maybe there might be a couple watchers out on course that are bringing things up here. I'm still waiting for ZwiftPower.com, just so you guys know, to bring us the live tab now. And and just so you guys know, if you'd like to comment us, I am seeing a lot of comments coming in here from Stephen Ludendorff talking about 50K in one session. Diane Baker saying that she needs to climb. I need a Tron bike. Gotcha. So yeah, if you guys are unfamiliar with those challenges out on Zwift, there are actually tons of challenges that you can do in the world of Zwift to unlock new bikes and new gear, all kinds of stuff. As you level up, you get new gear and new jerseys, new wheels, new bikes, all that stuff. But there's also a couple challenges. If you didn't know, when you open up your menu screen, up in the upper right-hand side part of it, you can click on challenges and select the challenge, but you need to select the challenge to make that happen. And the Tron bike, as you can see, that bike that's out there, the Zwift concept bike, as it's known traditionally in-game, but has been nicknamed the Tron bike because of the glowing wheels. When you see those glowing wheels out there, that is from the Everest Challenge, where you climb to the moon. I believe it's, 50,000 meters, something like that, Johnny, in order to grab that bike. It's absolutely killer climbing. You got to do over and over again. So whenever you see that out on course, it's because somebody went out and just climbed and climbed and climbed over and over again in order to grab that bike. There's also the Italy Challenge, where you ride across Italy and ride across California. Pinerala, I believe, is what you open up. Pinerala bike for the Italy Challenge, and then it is a specialized bike for the California Challenge, being, I believe, where those companies are out of. So we're looking at the B riders right now. Johnny, what you got going on?
So I'm coming out on the A riders. The guys have all come back together. That attack from Tim Cartwright didn't really go away. They're all sticking together. They've just headed into the subway right now. They're going to turn left and they're going to come out at the bottom of Box Hill before they climb right back up to the top of the hill. And that's when I'll be able to see them just coming past. But the guys are all together. It looks like a group of seven riders all together at the moment, all sitting nicely. I'm looking at my eyes on Tim Cartwright at the moment. He's beaten nice and low. Don't want to give away that he's coping quite well at the moment, but these guys are taking it easy before we have the final push up Box Hill.
Gotcha, and it's going to be the final push today for sure. One last time up and over the top of Box Hill. Looking through here now, we are seeing this main group for the B riders today, heading through here with Rue riders right along with the Polish rider, looks like as well. I am going to try with that name. I believe it is Przystakiuk, I believe, maybe. And then Oxenham was caught as a part of Team Experimental here out of the A category. So Simon now hanging out with the front of this B race. I'm going to go ahead and move back and see if we can find a few of the... I'm going to come on back over the studio here and see if we can find a few of the C riders then chasing down the Bs now. Actually, we are back with, I can see now here, the first chase group of the Bs now. We've got S. Ingle here, or Single, J. Bell as well, with R. Harry's now from the Z Sun. They're hammering away in the KISS race, 4.0 watts per kilogram, right along with Lil Rodberget, maybe a part of the race here at 13 kilometers in. Actually, no, you'll be 11, miles in. I'm going to change that up as it keeps on changing to miles. J. Bell here now with Ingle, and then more Harry's now all together. These four riders hammering away in the B race. It looks like 17.8 kilometers in. The main chase group today in the B category. You got to shut the door, pal. Please, now. Pal. Thank you. I'm sorry, you guys. You got a couple of kids coming in there. I didn't lock the door before the ride now. We do have Steve Beckett here now, hammering away now with Warthon right along with Hicks and Clark, with F. Aikenson right along with Cox, and it looks like Peterson and Jansen. A little bit of a photo bomb there coming from the Guerra household with Mr. Kyle, one of my kiddos there that wanted to be a part of the broadcast. He's joined in plenty of times before.
Yeah, I think he's just one of your runners trying to bring you some information about something else that's happening on the course, and you just cut him right off there. He was going to say someone's attacked up Box Hill, but then you just cut him right out.
Warthon from the TFC with Peterson right along with Beckett here. It looks like Steve Beckett actually out on course here, hammering away in that. He's actually got, what is this kit that Beckett is wearing? Taking a look here, and he is in Team Dimension Data, it looks like. Quebeca kit that I've not seen before. Usually it's the white one.
I think it's one of the kits that Zwift signed up, made an agreement with Quebeca, so that if you could essentially like donate money to Quebeca to help buy bikes, and also to help buy basically to fund the Quebeca charity. And some of the things you got, if you put in $25, you got a special kit in game. If you put in, I think it's gonna be like, it's over, certainly over $100, then you could get you got a special bike that only you had if you were one of the donators to the charity. So that's something that has happened earlier on, towards the end of last year, and it's I think it's still open at the moment.
Gotcha. So that is what's going on with Steve's kit there. He is hammering away here in the third chase group. It looks like 5.3, 5.5 watts per kilogram with Nascimento, and then M. Cox there as well. It looks like R. Clark here hanging on out of Canada with Jay Hicks then right on the back here, 171 beats per minute, 313 watts or so. Do you got eyes on the front of the race now, Johnny, as they may be coming through up that top of Box Hill there?
Yeah, we've got 7 riders all together. We've got Allenby, we've got Le Monstre, Van Geitz, Jamalo, Cartwright, D. Norton, and Boniface. All those guys are together. They are about, looks like they're probably about 1 kilometer off the top of the climb. They've just gone past the Box Hill Road River, and they're just going to turn that right before they head up towards the KOM. So they've not got too far to go, and we'll see them coming up in just a minute. It's still raining up here, still pretty miserable. Hope to get some sunlight soon.
All right, so I'm almost back with you up at the top here with the motor car and the cameras here. We're trying to get the helicopter up there. We're trying to get everybody. They were all focused on what was going on in the B and the C race there, but I think it is. We are back with them. It looks like
Cartwright's having a bit of attack here as well. He's putting down, going to the 7 to 8 watts per kilogram, pushing away from the rest of the group. He's got a second gap so far from Van Geit, and Shamolo and Le Monstre are keeping on his wheel, but Cartwright is going for it. He's attacking up the hill there.
Yep, Cartwright 7.0 watts per kilogram with Lamonstré and Shimolo now. Van Geit now 5.5 watts per kilogram, right along with Norton right on the back. So this is the attack, I think, for the win in the race today. 7.0 watts per kilogram, absolutely hammering right now, with Allenby now trying to chase that down. So it looks like Cartwright is laying all the chips down on the table now at this point. 176 beats per minute. Now, Monstré trying to close that down, as you can see here from this angle now. Looking on his wheel, it looks like Shimolo chasing it down right there as well. The Cat 1 rider right behind him. And now we do see Allenby now 3 seconds back. They're just letting it go at this point. This is the winning move, it looks like. Cartwright, Lamonstré, and Shimolo going off the front now, and Allenby saying, nope, you go ahead and chase it. Now, Boniface trying to close it down as well, but I think Boniface may have raced right before this because he's got ZTR in his name rather than KISS, so perhaps Brett Boniface here doing the double header and unable to follow the attacks from Shimolo and Cartwright as they put down this crazy attack with this last little kick up and over the top here. We've got a few people saying umbrella coming from Stephen Levendorf thing. Go Cartwright coming from Simon Coppard now. And Casey Shum is letting us know actually that it looks like Boniface actually did do the ZTR too. So Casey Shum, thank you so much for that comment there over from Facebook. So did do the ZTR. Might freeze actually today, Stephen is saying, as there is a ton of water coming down over in Great Britain, it looks like right now on the Ride London course. I'm bringing up Johnny here. Johnny, can you see the riders as they're going by there?
Yeah, well, I've got to see Stromolo's just coming past on monitor now, and I'll be able to see him in just a second. So you can just see him. He's just going to come around the corner now in that blue kit.
Huge numbers right
just
now.
Now, here we go.
Right
here
now,
the guys, the
huge
guys
numbers
all coming by. They're
oh my goodness.
right by.
And
Whoa,
5.5 watts per kilogram coming from Stromolo right now. It looks like with Lamonstré and Cartwright. And as we get back to the front view, it is these three now. Off the front now, it looks like Cartwright 4.9 watts per kilogram. I'm going to go ahead and look over his shoulder here, bring them back in. We did just see a few more of the riders come through there right by you, though, just a second ago. It looks like Boniface and the others did just come through as well. So there they are, Cartwright, Stromolo, right along with Lamonstré. Now, the three that have gone off the front, they've got a 22-second gap over Boniface and quite a few others. So I think this is the move to win the race today. One last little kick, it looks like, coming here from Cartwright and Lamonstré now. Also, Stromolo there, 10 watts per kilogram, trying to hang on to that wheel here. 180 beats per minute now. Cartwright up into that 8.5 watts per kilogram, 685 watts, 177. Who's going to snap off the back? Looks like Lamonstré can hold on, and it's going to be a 3-up down the other side. Who's got continuous and who's got a power-up? All power-ups are allowed in these races, just so you guys know. And we've got a comment here. Great comment, actually, coming from Casey Shum. As he's saying that the UCI would have canceled the summit with those conditions, hardcore boys. And as he says that, the rain lets up out on course, actually, from my point of view. It looks like Johnny now that no longer has to be holding on to that. It doesn't look like you got anything over your head any longer.
No, we're all good safe, and we're just seeing that Cartwright has pulled out the drafting power-up, the lorry power of the truck to get a bit of a gap, rest his legs a little bit, take a bit of ease off his pedals. Just maybe he's going to save himself to have a little bit of power up that last climb out of the subway, because he's pulled out there. We now know that he will not have another power-up. There's no more opportunities for him to get another power-up in this race. What the other two guys have got, the Monster, Stromolo, we still need to wait and see.
Yeah, Stromolo, Lamonstré maybe holding on to that secret weapon now at this point. And Edward Wiley saying, did I just see 700 watts uphill? Yeah, definitely. When there's attacks going on over a 15 to 30 second climb at a Cat 1 pro level, you're definitely going to get somewhere into that 700 watts for sure for those climbs. Definitely very common actually at the top end of the A category, both in real life and out on Zwift. So looking through here with Stromolo and Lamonstré, Cartwright as well. So they're absolutely absolutely hammering, though. Absolutely hammering over these climbs right now. Now, we do have the chase group here with Allenby, Boniface, Norton, Van Geit, all killing it here with a group of 4, it looks like, but I don't believe they're going to see the front end of the race again. You do see there is Boniface there on that Tron bike in that ODZ kit. Allenby now riding in the basic Zwift kit with Van Geit in that TKBE kit now. That is the Belgian team, actually. TS Bikes there hammering away there with one other rider, D. Norton, from the PTZ team with that Bicycling Magazine kit that they're currently using. Ostring now off the back, it looks like by about, it looks like 31 seconds. He's going to be the third chaser or group. Solo though, solo, it's not a group though, but third out on course as far as the time gaps go. 5.0 watts per kilogram, throwing down right now 156 beats per minute, 28K in total as this race is finishing up. We've got the eyes here on the second chase group, and now it looks like Stromolo right along with Cartwright and Lamontre now about to hammer it out of the underground. So who is going to win? Let's see our predictions, boys and girls. I'll bring in the social media integration. Tweet them at me or bring them into the Facebook comments. Who's going to win today between this 3 up right now? It's about to go out of the underground. We're just about in that last kilometer, and there is a feather power up. Woo! Being thrown down by Stromolo, and that brings you down by 1 watt per kilogram. Your weight is lessened, so it adds a watt per kilogram as you attack. Stromolo tried creating the gap, didn't go much in. You are now attacking again, though. Into that 7 watts per kilogram very quickly. Their Cartwright now 5.6 or so. Lamontre now 2.6, now hanging in there, playing some smart cards, it looks like, as they make their way to the line. Simon Coppard's saying Tim. Stephen Littendorf's saying his money's on Tim as well. We've got a lot of predictions coming in here from, it looks like, and we've got Cartwright, all kinds of Cartwright actually coming in, it looks like. We've got Simon saying Cartwright. We've got Diane also with Cartwright. We've got Trevor Thirsk with Cartwright, over and over again. A lot of people saying that and Edward Wiley, it's just Cartwright all day long here. We'll see if Stromolo can make the upset. Cartwright sitting in at 2.6, 4.6 watts per kilogram. I'm hoping that, and now an early, what's that? And I'd Cat saying Allenby. Allenby's off the back, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to close it down now, but Lamontre is going from way out, boys and girls, and now 8.4 watts per kilogram. Got to go all the way to the line. He's got a 1 second gap. I'm not sure it's going to be closed down at this point. Stromolo now sitting in at 10.1 watts per kilogram, going right on by Cartwright. Cartwright trying to hold on to the wheel now. It looks like 180 beats per minute. Cartwright doesn't beat much higher than that. Looks like Lamontre with that early attack got the jump on these boys, but Stromolo now closing it down at 10 watts per kilogram. Can he make it happen as we look over the shoulder here? He's even got the KOM jersey to go right along with it. It looks like Stromolo now fading at the end. He's got to continue as Cartwright keeps it coming, and now Cartwright is coming at the last second. It looks like he's going to nip him at the line with that continuance all the way there. 191 beats per minute, boys and girls. Cartwright throws it down. Stromolo takes second, and your predictions were correct. I thought he wasn't going to hold on to it, and it looks like he did just that. And we'll go Cartwright, Stromolo, Lamontre with that early go there, unable to bring it down. Wow, Johnny, that was quite the sprint there.
Yeah, that was crazy, and I think I maybe know why. You know, they threw that power up. It looks like the event today is ending just short of the finish line. So anyone who's out there listening right now, you got friends in the event module, make sure you tell them that they need to race right to the finish, the Prudential Ride London banner, because it looks like the event module ends ending a little bit early. So make sure you get out there, guys, race right to the line, and Zwift Power will get you results.
Yep, and so we did just see Boniface come across the line, I think, first amongst that chase group. We do have Ostring here now just crossing the line, it looks like, for somewhere, I believe, still within the top 10. Solid ride for Ostring now. And now looking through here, I'm going to keep on moving back and see what we have for the B racers. Let's see if Johnny can get eyes on any of them, and maybe we'll stick with Johnny and I here over at the studio as we try to move our way back here through the racers to try and find out where people are at out on course right now.
Yeah, we've still got plenty of A riders coming up Box Hill, so I think maybe some of the B riders might not quite be over the summits yet. So we'll try and nip back down on the monitor and see what we can find. Because definitely there's a lot of guys out there. There's over 450 guys entering this event today, guys and gals, out racing. As we're still seeing a lot of A riders all come up there. A lot of people out on doing the workout module today, so it's great to see that Zwift available not just for racing guys out there to do some workouts, some free rides, some group rides. You can go running on there as well. We did see Casey Shum from Team Experimental out running and live stream on Zwift Community Live just yesterday. So yeah.
All right, here we go. We got Johnny, real quick. We got Halstead, Webb as well, making their way to the line here. Sorry to interrupt, but they're about to sprint it out. It looks like they've got about 500 meters to go, and the battle here, and they're really playing it calm actually, and nobody's going. Now Webb goes really early there. Coop is almost back on terms. He does not want to be caught, it looks like, and they were really playing games there, it looked like, and somebody had to bump it up as Coop caught them right before the 300 meter to go mark, and they were messing around too much as there goes Coop absolutely flying right on past them, jumps them as he catches them, and is not going to sit in on any wheels. Here goes Coop flying right to the line. Webb though has the aero power up in 12 watts per kilogram to give, and it looks like Webb going to just barely get the better of Coop at the line there as Coop crosses the line second in that. Halstead's going to follow Brock then next one across the line. What a sprint, solid ride by those boys. All right, we're moving back here. Go ahead.
So I've got my eyes on some B riders. We've got three B riders up at the front of the race heading down Box Hill just at the moment. We have got Mr. Race from the WBR team, T. Wurturtle. Got a verified badge out there, so if anyone in chat who knows who T. Wurtle is coming out of Canada, it would be interesting to know who that rider is.
Did you say turtle?
T. Wurtle.
Wurtle.
And also...
Gotcha.
And also D.A.Race WBR from Great Britain out there as well. Three guys in the B categories. Looks like this could be our podium out there on the course today. Coming down Box Hill.
I found him. Yep, got him. Thank you, Johnny, for the help out over there at Box Hill. So here we go. We do have D.A.Race WBR with MR from Team WBR actually battling out with Wurtle here, coming out of Canada actually, hammering away at 3.9 watts per kilogram or so. Looking over the shoulder here. Looks like he did he choose to ride a TT bike? We'll have to wait for ZwiftPower.com to let us know. Actually, wait a second. Wait. What? How is he on this bike? Do you see the bike he's on?
I know. This is actually, it's Trevor and Heather Wurtle. They are Ironman champions, and so they are on the Cervelo. Is it the Cervelo P5X bike? They've been provided that as a their special bikes as a training for the Ironman championships out there. So this would be Trevor Wurtle coming out.
Professional triathlete. Thank you so much, Ian Mofat. And we've got a few others chiming in there over at the Facebook. So Trevor letting us know. Ian letting us know. Trevor Wurtle, pro triathlete, hanging out on that Cervelo bike. And whoa, what happened? Is he going to drop out as he's hammering away here just as we're featuring? No, with the verified badge goes off the back, and there goes MR right along with DA from Race WBR. Hopefully he can get right back on here, as I think he had some sort of a mechanical issue. And so thank you so much. We also got Tim Flatland saying that's a professional triathlete. Thank you so much. And now Casey Shum is saying hackers because he's got the special Cervelo bike out on course. Now, what we need to figure out is whether or not it's a fast bike. We need Mr. Zwiftblog, Eric Schlang, to send his robots out on course to figure out what is going on with that bike and whether or not he's actually getting a cool advantage there being provided with. What is the CDA on that bike, or is it just the same as the rest of the TT bikes? We'll have to figure that one out. And Casey Shem is saying he's grabbing running shoes for the finish. Yeah, that's probably exactly what he's doing. He's like, well, forget this. I got to do my block, so let's just go ahead and grab the running shoes for the finish today. It looks like this is the battle here, though, in the B race, and it's two riders that are from the same team trying to hold off, it looks like, coming from the HIK. Rue Riders is there as well. This was that lead group, actually, that broke apart out on course here. So looking at Rue Riders from Germany with Cohen from the HIK coming out of the Netherlands there, and also Rue Riders out of Germany as well, trying to catch back up to the WBR boys who were working together a little bit, but now DA has actually fallen off the back from the teammate, it looks like, MR. So can they work together? Or is it over? Game over at this point. 4.2 watts per kilogram now coming from MR. And then DA here, 1 second back. Maybe going to play a little bit of blocking here as they head into this final kilometer.
Yeah, these guys are both in the WBR kit as well, so you think maybe there'll be team members who would maybe like go for a little bit of sprints at the end together, but it looks like Mr. Racers just decided to just go for it, get that early break out of that, coming out of the subway there.
Well, yeah, but we've got Rue Riders here. Look at this. Whoo, man. Now, we do see Rue Riders coming from Germany here with a kick and doesn't want to leave it up to the group to catch him. Kicks right on up to MR's wheel. Looks to maybe get a little bit of a rest, but now if you go to 0 watts per kilogram, it quickly slows you down. So that was a little bit too much of a rest, it looks like. 4.3 watts per kilogram now trying to get back on terms with MR. Will the riders behind here, who played maybe a little smarter as a group, are they going to just look at each other? Or who's going to do some work? Somebody's got to make the pull as Team WBR are walking away here with the win in the B race right now. 3 seconds is the gap. It looks like Rue Riders is not going to be able to do it. And MR from that WBR team, 3 seconds over 200 meters. Not sure it's going to happen. I think WBR might be able to walk away with this one. You see, look at the group behind though. Look at them really start to ramp it up. They're all standing up, just like you see in real life as the peloton's coming on like crazy, trying to hold them off. And there's 9 watts per kilogram from Howard with 2 seconds, but over 100 meters, it's not going to happen. And now right to the line, just barely nipped them. Looks like Rue Riders then came across first. Perhaps we'll have to wait for SwiftPower.com to give us a little bit of information there. So we did. I'm gonna try and figure out where Beckett is. That's what I want to know. Steve's out there suffering. And I want to definitely feature Mr. Steve Beckett here out on course here, Zwift Insider. And looks like Wordle, we do have eyes on the pro triathlete here. Good to see him. We'll give him a ride on. Looks like he might have had some sort of a dropout. So that was too bad. He is being chased down by Jansen here.
We've got Steve. He's coming up to the line. He's coming around the corner past the starting pens. On that, it looks like he's changed his kit. Maybe he's now on the Tron bike with the a different. No,
I think he had the Tron bike the whole time. I think he did. I think he had the Tron bike. Steve just magic little buttons, swaps up. Here we go. 4.4 watts per kilogram, 179 beats per minute coming from Mr. Beckett here. Can he hold on? He's actually leading out Aikesen here out of Sweden. He might get the jump on him. We'll see what's going to happen here. And 5.3, 5.4 all day long, 179 beats per minute. Getting absolutely, it looks like. Is he going to kick it or not? 180 is sitting at, I think he's like right at max now. Here's the kick now. Got to get the jump on him, it looks like. 7.7 watts per kilogram. Can he come around? Steve tries to make it happen, but it looks like Aikesen, gets that last little kick to the line there. Nice try there for Steve, though, to get the better of the ride. He didn't have any, like, magic powers. I was expecting to see, like, Zwift magic powers there right at the end of the race there, but no go as Beckett then gets beat to the line. Jay Hicks now out of the US of A here, 4.8 watts per kilogram, hammering away in the B race. Have you any eyes on some of the C riders now as they make their way to the finish line?
Yeah, well, I see one C rider coming across Tower Bridge just at the moment. But it looks like a one lone rider just out the front there. So someone who's put out some great numbers, and hopefully will get a bit of a promotion coming up in the for the next races. But I think the majority of the C riders will be a bit further back up Box Hill, so we'll float up there just now and see what we can see, as we do see some coming across the line at the KOM banner just at the moment.
Yeah, so we do have a whole lot of B riders actually making their way to the finish line. I did see Greenwood just sprinted out with a solid sprint up into that 11 watts per kilogram or so. We've got a battle here with D. Stevens trying to hold off Jay Brearley now. There they are. So here's Stevens right along with Brearley battling it to the line now. 9.3 watts per kilogram, 180 beats per minute coming from Brearley. Out of Great Britain, Stevens now fading from that TFC team, unable to hang on. Actually, just maybe with TFC in the name. Not sure he's a part of the team here. I think a lot of the riders are not making their way all the way to the finish line, though, as they do see that finish screen coming up in front of them right now, as we do not see any more battles making its way to the line. Lazara now, nice finish then we're seeing from Harrison. So I believe some of these riders do. We'll see how it ends up working out for the results. Then we do have, it looks like Besito here, 29.9 in. Is this the first Gaskell riding for BCTO? Maybe the first female.
Yep. First sea rider I did see coming across the bridge. That just as the ones a bit further back, I've got another group of S. Davidson, E. Koshrov coming out of Czech Republic, and also as well M. Martins as well. So a few guys coming out of Portugal as well who are just about to go into the subway now, and I think that is the main group of sea riders.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and see if we can find those boys and girls. We do have Bullivant now battling it out with Markham, right along with Roden P. Campbell now. Looks like they're going to be going to the line. Jay Schneider now making his way across here, coming out of Denmark. But I am going to work our way back here and see if we can find that front group that are in the underground, you said? See Riders D. Villinger, maybe, out of Belgium? With Davidson and a few others here. I think that D. Villager may be getting away here. Now we are back at the underground here as they make their way out of that area into the final straightaway. He does have about a 15-second gap over S. Davidson riding for that TKBE team.
Yeah, I think S. Davidson's lead rider there. I think I've got Villager as a B rider, so I think S. Davidson is the lead of that group with about 13 seconds over Koshov, and then also Martins, and then we've got Brown and Kiffer as well.
All right, so then I do believe it is going to be Davidson, 6.3 watts per kilogram, trying to get up and out of the out of this underground here with that arrow power up. And then we, as you were saying here, Korshakov here hammering away with Remigio, chasing him down. I believe he is also a part of that race at 29 kilometers in, with Martins right on his wheel. Both the Portuguese riders here trying to hold off, it looks like, HC, and it looks like Stu Holtby as well as Jay Brown hammering away out of the U.S. of A. So Stu Hopley, Martins there, Remigio, all trying to chase down Korskakov, and it is a solid 11-second gap. Not sure that's going to be closed down in the final kilometer. And moving forward just a little bit, it will be Davidson now at 4.0 watts per kilogram. Coming out of Great Britain, I think, with the win in the C category, as long as he gets across that start-finish line first.
Yeah, and he's managed to get a bit of a gap there as well from the guys, and I think he won't be able to maintain that for the rest of the race. You know, the guys aren't coming up behind him too fast, so it looks like he could be going for the win. And unfortunately, we don't have Zwift Power giving us all the information, so we don't know what his past history is. But if it is his first win in the C category, a huge congratulations to him.
Yeah, for sure. So Davidson here in that Wahoo Kicker kit, probably on a kicker, as it usually opens up the kit that you open up in game a lot of times that registers with the trainer you're using. So I believe Davidson here hammering away on a kicker, 4.4 watts per kilogram, battling it out with the B rider here, it looks like, actually, to the line here, pushing him on, as it looks like D. Villager here now stopped actually a little bit early. Korshakov now as well with Brown. Korshakov trying to hold off this large chase group that's only 7 seconds back, and they could really start to ramp up the pace actually here with HC. Looks like Ainsko as well. Villager now passing right on. Korshakov now stopping as well. Who's going to go all the way to the line? That's the question. And a few riders who have picked up on that are going right on by. And now we do have, it looks like, as you said though, Davidson is going to be the winner in the C category today. Looks like. And I believe, do we have any of the D category racers? We want to make sure to at least highlight who is winning that, as well as any of the women out on course. We'll wait and see if we can find any of that information for you, boys and girls. It looks like Davidson will be the first one across the line, followed by Ainsko, and then the next one maybe Wesley. I believe he is a part of the B race though. So Ainsko followed up by, it looks like, Korshakov, who's going to cross the line, it looks like, here just in time. Maybe no, BJ Alfonso, actually, the next one, going to be taking third place here out of Portugal here at just about to cross the line there. We'll give him a ride on 3.0, 4.8 watts per kilogram. Give us a little kick, actually. I give him a ride on. He sees the ride on from Nathan and gives it one last little kick to the line.
Yeah, it's great to see BJ out there. He's recently upgraded to a Tax Neo Smart Trainer, and that's seen him just a little bit more power accuracy coming out from some of those more premium Smart Trainers, and he's now basically gone down to the C category, but still, still the same effort behind it. So great to see him out there racing and hammering it up in the C with those mega sprints that we do get from BJ.
We do have quite a few more C riders coming in here with P. Austin Vetka here, hammering away in the last kilometer or so with Mork M. Tekgar coming out of Denmark, and then we do have, it looks like, Jay Van here out of Belgium, Kivini, and then Linhan as well. Linhan coming out of Great Britain, trying to get to the line first. It looks like Bossart now 5.7 watts per kilogram. One last little kick, trying to get back on terms with Nascimento and the others who are up front. P. Austin Vetka's Velo Sport now 3.3 watts per kilogram, battling it out, trying to get to the line first. Looks like he's got 1 second over the top of Bossart and the others here, and now looks like he's holding on 154 beats per minute or so. Looks like a few other riders here now with that finish line there being a little bit back here. I think some of them are not sure if they should continue on, so Austin might get the better of the rest of the riders because of that.
Yeah, we are seeing some D riders now filter into the C with a few Bs in there as well. So some great efforts there by some D riders. Hopefully, you can get a bit of a promotion into the next race that they do. So we might see some of these guys in the base, the first and second base races, the second base races over on Mondays, and maybe in the next KISS races over here on the Zwift Facebook page on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So coming up then, as we wait for a few of those D riders, we can chat about a few things that are coming up on Zwift Community Live, I think. We've got a big event actually going on that we will be helping to broadcast on Saturday. We'll go ahead and bring up the rest of the schedule for this week, actually. There are a couple things that were added, and we can see here that... on let's see, looking through here, the Friday Criterium Series tomorrow is the next thing up on the broadcast. Now not all of this is broadcast on Zwift's Facebook, just so you guys know. We do have something coming through here from let's see here. I hope that's not coming through on the stream. Perhaps it is. We are using Skype right now to bring Johnny in. I thought I silenced all things, but let's go ahead and look through here, though. Friday Criterium Series, race number 5, 1 p.m. CST. Drop Lactic Acid with Zuskana, then 10 p.m. CST. And then on Saturday, the Cannondale Dropic Pro Team Group Ride is going to be broadcast, I believe, over at Tax's Facebook, but we will be bringing that to you by sharing it everywhere that we possibly can. So make sure to join up with that group ride as well. We'll be broadcasting that. My KISS Race Focus as well for the Vision Racer Focus. I think we also will have a second KISS Race Focus then for the Americas then that's going to be added to the schedule as well. So make sure to be watching out for all of those streams that are coming up. And if you'd like to get in on the schedule, make sure to message us over at Zwift Community Live on Facebook. That's a really easy way to get in contact with us in order to maybe get something on the schedule. If you do coach or do any kind of group rides or would like to be hosted through audio, or if you can host your own stream, we are open to adding just about anybody to the broadcast. So, Johnny, looks like we've got a few D riders making their way out of the underground. Is that right?
Yeah, a few D riders, quite a big bunch of them coming out of the underground at the moment. So yeah, and probably not the guys right at the front of the race, but some guys there worth highlighting, absolutely. As they've done 2 laps of this course along with the rest of the A, B, and C riders today in the KISS Road Race.
So Jay George here from the PTZ, it looks like, out of Portugal, hammering away 141 beats per minute right now, trying to stay with a few of those C racers. It looks like that he, I believe, is caught out on course. He's still got D in his name. We'll have to see if he is racing against them or not. So there were a few other D riders that you said did come across the line already, perhaps. But looking through here, I believe he may be the first one that's within the category limits, perhaps here. 4.1 watts per kilogram, maybe. He's hammering away pretty steadily here, though, riding for that PTZ. Unsure on where exactly it's going to all end up because Zwift Power is not quite loading for us. We do have Jay Nielsen here, though, always like to highlight the battles within the women's race. So we do have Kate Morse here, Bianchi Girl, battling out with Jay Nielsen, both of them in that D category. Now look at this. This is a great battle actually to highlight here on the stream. Jay Nielsen out of the USA, Kate Morse, Bianchi Girl, trying to hang on to the wheel right now as they come up and out of the underground. Jay Nielsen with the attack as she overtook, it looks like, the rider just ahead of her, and now has gotten a little bit of a gap over Kay Morse now. 2.7 watts per kilogram. Kay Morse, though, has 3.5 to 4.0 to give now, and absolutely killing it looks like. And can she get back on terms, though? It is a 1 second gap. It looks like Nielsen's doing everything she can to hold off Morse now. 3.4, 3.6, 3.8 watts per kilogram. Bianchi Girl 2.8. It looks like it may be good game as Nielsen put that attack down on the other side of the underground and was able to grab onto a few wheels here, it looks like, and walk away with somewhere within the top 10 of the D category, actually. So what a solid effort here coming from Jay Nielsen.
Yeah, we always see some really impressive rides coming from all the different categories, and I love to watch the C and D categories, as we do see some amazing power coming from those guys who don't have that longer kind of power level that we do see from the A categories and the B categories. But some of the finishes that we see from these guys as sprints are absolutely amazing, and we like to watch these guys and try and focus on everyone we can in the races.
Yeah, so Jay Nielsen here, 3.6 or so. Alderman now 3.5. It looks like there's going to be a battle now to the line with these boys. Let's see if they're about to get checked by Nielsen. Actually, Nielsen did come across the imaginary line. Not going to go all the way, it looks like. And we'll see how that ends up. Now kicking it again, maybe noticing, oh, shoot. Maybe not the line. Bianchi Girl now getting maybe the better of that situation. I have a feeling that the results are all just going to... it's going to be like, good job, got a good workout, everybody. Solid. And everybody got a good workout. Everybody's the winner. It's the one time that I'm okay with participation awards out on course. All right, Johnny, that was a great broadcast, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Johnny's getting rained on, as you can see, out there up on Box Hill. He's going to have to, I think, walk his way down the hill there, and before we get going for the criterium tomorrow. I hope you can make your way back all the way to Edinburgh from over there before we start broadcasting for the Friday criterium tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe have to pop into Zwift in London to have a little cheeky look at some of the stuff they've got there as well. They're just down here as well. But no, it's been a great race. It's great to have the races out here on the Zwift Facebook page. And we hope you guys will come and follow us and check out our schedule over on Zwift Community Live. Some great stuff coming up for the rest of the week, and some even more exciting stuff coming up next week as well.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys. So thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow for the Friday criterium. And as always, guys and gals, ride on.